Good morning, cyber traders. Happy Wednesday on this 7th of March. Let me just get a little chat back. If you guys can hear loud and clear. All right, good to see you. James, good to see you. Wayne, Todd, wow, looks like everyone's here bright and early. I'll tell you, so far it's been a great morning, huh? Couple of things I want to go over before we do some shopping and talk about a couple of things. First of all, good morning, Lita, Michael, Fran, Karen, Jean, Donna, Cliff, Terry, everyone. I'm trying to bang you all out in one shot, but it's just too many of you. It's just great to see you guys up bright and early. Anyway, what did I say yesterday was very important to be here bright and early. 8:30 is obviously the time when you wanted to be. Make sure you log in because that's where program trading comes in. And usually room is open up at 8 a.m. So we do some kind of, we see some things that are moving on, getting ready. Like I just mentioned to you earlier, I think I'm done for the day. MOMO is basically the trade. I was talking about it all morning. I started, let me see, when did I start broadcasting it and told you it was the buy. Gotta keep going back. Yeah, see what happens. Yeah, we talked about Weight Watchers, which is pretty funny. And in the pre-market, we were talking about it and said, and I know who brought it up. Andrea said, so Oprah pulled out about $40 million out of Weight Watchers, and it's funny, what Andrea, because I would say the same thing. If I owned the stock at 10 and it's at 80, I would pull that money out too, right? Making 8 times your money. But we were watching, I kept going around and browsing around, and then all of a sudden, MOMO, James just came out and said it right around 8:20 in the morning, saying that MOMO beat earnings, and and that's basically what we were looking at. And right around that time, if you kind of blow this up, and we were basically talking about it right around this time. Everyone should be able to get in. It was a major resistance. I made a point out. I said 37 was a major resistance level, probably right around here, 1370, 15. And then it broke out, and you could see it 37 all the way to 38.50. I mean, I didn't make that much. I pulled about 80 cents out of it, which is still not bad. I mean, 80 cents. It's always nice to start the morning before the market even opens up to be profitable. But and could this thing go? Absolutely, it could definitely keep going. But that's not what we traders do. Traders, and remember, we always kind of bring it up. We don't go out there and try to kill it. We're not trying to make $2, $3, $5. And you know what? It's nice, and we will, and it happens. But that's luck. You don't want to be lucky when you trade. You want to be skilled, and you just want to meet your goals, and that's it. So anyway, Momo is still on the watch list. All right, guys, because remember, the market didn't even open up yet. And for all you new traders out there, I want to point this out to, if you're new to the Cyber Group room or you're a new student, you just got to keep in mind, everybody, that when it comes to trading, if pre-market is a little tricky. I know some of you were talking about, Ken actually was bringing up a little bit, brought it up, I saw in the chat earlier, because it's kind of hard to get in and out of positions, because you got to do limit orders. And a lot of you guys don't realize how limit orders work, and you don't know, why you're getting trades and stuff like that. So I know Josh did phase 1 yesterday, and by the way, we had to postpone it, the second part of it. I think we moved it till Monday because of the big snowstorm that's going on here in New York. I mean, everyone, just to let you know, I sent everybody home. We're still here. We're still working. I have everybody just working remote for the safety of the staff and their families. So you might have some issues. If you guys got to call in, it'll be a little difficult to get a hold of us. Just email us, okay? That would be the best. That's the best way to get a hold of us. And by the way, we'll be in the trading room, and that would help out. But anyway, we got that one stock that made a nice move. I want to talk about some other things that made some big moves yesterday, which was pretty cool. Which I personally was shocked. I was with you guys all the way to the last 5 minutes, and then I walked away and I came back and I'm like, what the hell happened to BZUN? How unbelievable was this stock, right? We watched this stock, and we saw it around 230. Once it busted out of this major resistance levels around 45, 45, 43, right around there. Once it got past that, I mean, at 330, the thing just went up. It went from $36, and then right here, when I was looking at it right here, let me zoom in over here for you, because you could see there was a big good move here in the open. But this is a typical stock that we trade here at Cybertrade University. You have a stock that goes from 40 up to 44 in about 15 minutes. You make your day's pay. You come back going into the close, and then you have that last push. This is a classic CTU stock that we trade. But what really scared me a lot about this stock is that it is a very volatile stock. This stock had some nasty, nasty shakes. You could see this thing just literally, this, like, look at this candlestick. This stock literally went up and down in 1 minute about 60 cents. It was pretty nasty. But and then when we got around here, I'm like, well, it's got to be done. It's not really going anywhere. And then all of a sudden, the last 5 minutes, this thing just ran from 47.37 all the way. It shot up to a crazy 48.75. I mean, remember, it's never too late to trade a stock until the fat lady sings, which is at 4 o'clock. Which, by the way, I'm still waiting to see who is that fat lady. I don't know where that ever comes from. But anyway, it was a great, great trade, and everyone did pretty well on it, and that's all that matters. So I would say that was probably one of the nicest ones going into the close. There was another one. There was a couple other ones, but I don't know. I mean, and the problem with this one stock, just to kind of remind everybody, it's not for everybody. Okay, Oprah's the fat lady. Well, she's singing right now with that, with the Weight Watchers trade, right? Look at that thing. How unbelievable! Talking about a move. Here's a stock. I mean, talking about a triple top right there. That's like clear as day, and it broke that major support. But you know what? You got to give it credit. Listen, the stock we saw it at $15, not bad. Once it broke a higher high, it broke 50. I mean, this thing did not turn any heads. It went straight up, and now it's taking a little bit of a hit right here. So getting back to what I was trying to mention earlier, it's very, very difficult if you're a beginner trader to trade a stock like the BZUN, because it is an expensive stock, and it might not sound expensive to you, but here at Cybertrade University, and starting out, it's always nice to start out with stocks within the $5 to $20 range. And and remember, we talk about it in class. I know we did it yesterday, but remember the first T. Remember, there's 3 T's in trading: tradable, trend, and trap. Those are the 3 important T's that we always remind you when you go into a trade. And if a stock's not tradable, with the spread and everything, you don't want to trade it. You don't want to be involved, because they will shake you out. Period. All right. So we got the MOMO on the list, and MOMO is just literally on fire. Great move on that MOMO trade. That's going to make the watch list. Let me get my little legal pad right here. So we got the MOMO trade on that list. Right now, obviously, the market's kind of quiet. I mentioned to this earlier, I like this Autodesk. It's just, it's $130 stock. I mean, I saw it early. We saw it right around here at 132. I just feel I'd rather go out there, and I would trade MOMO than go out there and and then trade this stock. But anyway, she's really strong. The one thing I do like about this stock a lot, it's breaking an all-time high. Who would ever thought that this Autodesk, was a $40 stock and where it is today? But anyway, it's in a very important price range that when a stock breaks all-time highs, we all know what happens with those things. So Autodesk is going to be on the watch list. Once again, it's not for everybody. It's got to be in your price range. All right, so now here's a stock that just came from nowhere. Here's one that just popped out and made the big percentage gainers, the AMTX. See, this is what I'm talking about. Something like this. Something a little more inexpensive, 178,000 shares. Everybody could afford to trade it. You got great iceberg orders. Look at those tier sizes, on the level 2. So you got action in there. So that one's doing pretty good. The AMTX, right. Got it up there. That's okay, Andre, but yes, thanks for sharing that. You could see it. It looks like it just made its move just now. So the thing is, this stock was the one that we saw. Let me bring this back. You could see it had a great run up yesterday, And the only thing you got to watch out. You got resistance levels. Go look on your iceberg orders. Look on your matrix. Look on your total view. We got to break this 126. This stock that I traded yesterday, I thought it had a good rally. Actually broke even on this. Actually, I lost a little bit on this stock right here. Good thing I got out of it because it tanked. But this one, put down your watch list. Very cheap stock. You got to trade a lot of shares of it. And you could see it had a great little Fausto flag right here. But then once it broke, it's got to break this major resistance. So just keep in mind, to try to max out and make it to 126 is kind of pushing it. All right. But that one definitely is going to make the watch list. All right. You can see how things all of a sudden change when we pass the 8:30 time frame. You got one stock right here, but she's downtrending a little bit. Got decent volume, up 8%. AP. What's up with all these A's? It's like one day they're all C's. They start with a C. Well, some days they all start. And it's like now we got all A's, with stock symbols. MNGA. We saw this stock just got crushed. They did a reverse stock split, which is not very good. You never want a company to do that. Having stock go from 30 cents and they do a reverse stock split, they did 10 to 1. Look where it is. That means the stock is probably trading at 5 cents. But anyway, it's at a good price range. As long as they're above $1, that's what my biggest concern is. And the reason for that is not we trade penny stocks. It's just that we start getting to fractions of a penny, and we don't want to do that. Got a couple ETFs moving. Listen, the market's going to take a little bit of a hit today. I know we were the Dow futures, we were down to like around the 200 range. So we got to be a little careful of what's going on. I told you I've been more on the bearish side. I'm not on the bullish side. I told you about that. I did a show on Monday with a bunch of other mastermind educators, and half of us think it's going to be bullish and it's bearish. Actually, I look pretty bad because the market did go up, but I still think we're in a bearish market, especially with all these tariffs. Anyway, whoever thought that Dollar Tree? It was funny. I was joking around with this earlier. Whoever would think that Dollar Tree is trading more money than a blue chip stock, in the market. Could you imagine $92? You would think like a Dollar Tree be trading at $1, right? Unbelievable. That's a great story right there. Anyway, stock's taking a big hit, a little bit more of an expensive stock. For all you level 4 traders and up, this is right up your alley, so keep an eye on the dollar trade. Everything else is junk. The BZUN, it's old news, guys. It's gone, it's over, unless it comes from somewhere else. All right, over here on the New York Stock Exchange, Abercrombie looks like it's going to be testing some major resistance levels right here, just right below 24. Stock is a little bit on the volatile side. A lot of you guys remember it. We did trade this stock back in November. She was not only a good day trade, she was a very good swing trade, but so go back to your journals that we give you in class, how to do your homework and see how you trade it, because the thing is, if I remember, it's pretty nasty. You got a couple of ETFs, they're all in there. The UVXYs, the VIXYs, the VXXs, they're all there because of what's going on with the market. So we all know how dangerous trading ETFs are. You got to be a minimum, a level 3 trader to trade any of the ETFs. If you're not a level 3 cyber trader, you do not trade an ETF. These things will crush you. They are fast. They got nasty shakes. And you don't want to. And if you don't know how to deal with the shakes, then they're gonna shake you out. That's the goal. All right, so we have a pretty decent amount of stocks. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stocks out there, guys. Anything I'm missing? I did not call out. Anybody? Anything missing? All right, so just for everyone here that it's new, Andrea says, "Did you see the ANF?" Yes, I have it on the list. I put it on there. ANF, I already have it. We have ANF, Dollar Store, MNGA, APTO, AMTX, ADSX, and MOMO. Good thing I got out of MOMO. That was a pretty good little shake right there. And no problem. Grazie too, my fellow Italian friend. The ZSSN, I didn't bring that up. Let me just bring it up really quick. It didn't come up on my list. The ZSAN. So the ZASN was a great move yesterday, but as of right now, I saw it earlier, but the volume is just too light. You know, we want at least like 15,000 shares trading pre-market. Right now, the pre-market looks pretty ugly, and look how big the spread is right now. So, you know, it could be on the if side, but as of right now, I probably would say no. Now, remember, everyone, all you traders here in the room, this list, because I know we have a lot of people who watch this on YouTube, and they're going to get alerts in their Facebook and Twitter. Remember, only about 2 of these are going to move. We're going to find a whole new list when the market opens up. But if you weren't one of the lucky ones in the pre-market and you didn't get into the MOMO, or if you didn't get into the auto desk, that's fine. That's okay. There's always new ones. We got several hours to trade. Remember, a typical trader here at Cyber Trade University, this is how we trade. We trade the first hour and make our money here, and we trade the last half hour. And then over here, we just enjoy a really nice long lunch around the golf. Maybe get your hair done, go see a matinee. But this is what we want, and this is what we do in the. And if you made your money here, there's no reason to trade in the afternoon. Remember, it's all about making a day's pay. And that's right, Grant. Thanks for sharing it. New members, just look, listen, and learn. Is TT still on it for today? You know, the stock symbol from who is that? Michael. Michael saying, "What do you think of the TT?" That's not coming up. You mean the LL? Oh, Traders Talk. I forget those abbreviations. Yes, Traders Talk is still. Josh is going to be doing Traders Talk today at 1 o'clock. So that's still on for today. Okay. All right, everybody. So with that said, good luck. You got about 10 minutes before the market opens up. Go tune yourself up and heat up your new coffee. Let's get ready. And like I said, all of you new traders out there, hopefully you've been enjoying it so far. We have a lot more to go on. Listen, this is what trading is all about. So just look, listen, and learn. All right, everyone. Good luck and happy trading, everyone.